Wake up.
Orile Iganmu Igunu ko Igamule. Lagos is no doubt one of the most populous cities in the continent of Africa and unarguably the most populated in the country. Located at the southwestern part of Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones, is known as the most commercial city and the economic backbone of the country. Lagos will now be complete if this one major and one of the busiest places is left out in the mention. Till date, some people wonder why the capital of Lagos State is not located in this accessible and almost the first point of contact when journeyed from most neighboring countries like Togo, Benin Republic, Ghana and others.
Welcome to Orile Iganmu, the land with a diverse culture. Sit back as we take you through the journey of our community, from the past, present, and you all can decide the future. Orile Iganmu, enjoy it.
Orile Iganmu Igunu ko Igamule. Orile Iganmu is known for its business flow, population, traffic congestion, crime, noise, amongst other occurrences. It is a place where all tribes in Nigeria can be found and associate freely. According to historians, Orile Iganmu has been in existence for over 500 years, with families like the Kekere Ekons, Tokosis, Savage, Agudas and Tapas as the early settlers. But the recent judgment by the Supreme Court of Nigeria, which took effect in the year 2009, has vested the original ownership of the entire Orile Iganmu and its environs in the hands of the Ojoro family. The court case, which spanned for over 37 years, eventually favored the Ojora royal family immediately after the ascension of Oba Fatai Aromire Oyegbemi, the Ojora of Ijora Kingdom. This court ruling has also placed the Oba as the royal father of Iganmu community. In all this, Orile Iganmu stands out as it parades an unenviable reputation of being the most neglected by successive administrations in the council area, despite it being the most densely populated residential community in Surulere and Koka Aguda local government councils, with no fewer than 800,000 people. A cursory look at the popular community reveals an area in urgent need of attention and the people wallowing in grips of poverty and want. Ordinarily, one would think that it is unthinkable that any government would be less concerned about the agitation of a people with such tremendous political advantage due to its population strength, as complaints of neglect and abandonment is now the choruses on the lips of the inhabitants of the Orile community.
So you can find the solution to put this plate in order. If we live in our backyard, that's how it was flawed. Old front and back, no going now. So our children, to go to school, they find it difficult to go to school. So please, let Fashola to help us, so put everything in order.
It is against this background that the Orile Iganmu Progressive Association, OIPA, a non-profit making organization focusing on grassroots community development and empowerment forum, was formed. In this special interactive section with the president of the association, Comrade Olabode Medale, he sheds more light on the formation and the project of the association.
OIPA was formed in the year 2005 by people of like minds living within the community. Our vision is to create a community of basics infrastructures where the people live in peace and harmony, while maximizing their individuals' potentials without infringing on other people's rights. We highlighted on so many issues affecting the community as it has to do with roads, hospitals, the issue of gang war within the community. We identified a means of tackling all these problems. And the major tools that was used or adopted then was to write some petitions to government officials, be it at the local governments, the states and the federal rep. In 2005, during the former governor of Lagos State, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, we wrote a series of letters to his ministry without any positive response. While in 2007, when the then governor of Lagos State was about to be sworn in as governor of Lagos State, he paid an advocacy course to our community in Orile Iganmu, whereby he met with the then Baale of Iganmu land. And due to the fact that we had some documentary showcasing the deplorable state of the community, we gave him the blueprint showcasing or highlighting all the challenges being faced in this community. And he promised immediately he's sworn as governor of Lagos State is going to look into it. When he was about to celebrate his 100th day in office, he then requested for 57 local governments to bring up a prioritized project whereby he's going to work on a particular street among those 57 local governments. Mr. Fashola, when he was about to address the stakeholders at the local government, it was there he let us realize that Orile Iganmu is one of his major areas of concern. That he has seen much of our letters, text message that is being sent to him, and definitely is coming to work on the community. That we just gave him 2 months, and true to that promise, the next thing we saw was a kind of developmental change going about in the community, and this we can attest to that our voice has been heard into this to the struggle, and the people can now feel some kind of relax or a relief of government presence in Iganmu. I think that was just the journey of the changing face of Iganmu community.
In the same vein of achieving the grassroots development, the Community Development Association of Nigeria, Orile Iganmu Ward, mentioned that corruption and neglect on the part of the government, advising the elongation of tenures of public office holders be stopped.
Yeah, but 150 million. Let another man come in. He has done it here. It's okay. It's enough. Let another people come. And they should stop elongating years of people in the house too. They should stop it. Somebody has been there, served 3 years in one area, and then taken them to another area to serve another 4 years. That is going to be 12 years.
According to the Iganmu Ward Chairman of the association, Elder Zia Olu, the politics of money be discredited in Nigeria, while manifestos should be ideologies, selling tools, and attitude of greed must be abandoned.
Why should people be spending money, going to borrow money? They spoil the politics in Nigeria. Let everybody don't spend money. Then let them spend money. Let them come out, tell us what they want to do for us. Their manifesto is their selling point. And stop the time of asking them to pay billion for registration, for form. Somebody who has gone to borrow money, what is the first thing when he comes in? First thing is to gather all the money that he has spent. They should stop all this spending.
In the area of partnership towards community development and empowerment, an amiable brand has always identified with grassroots development projects initiated by OIPA. However, the efforts of OIPA towards the achievement of grassroots development may never have seen the light of the day without the relationship of Barrister Kingsley Omose.
The first seminar that was organized in 2009 was anchored by our Board of Trustee Chairman Barrister Kingsley Omose on sign of creativity. Sign of creativity was a topic that has to do with the discoveries of adding values to one's life. That he is fond of writings and articles in some of our major newspapers, highlighting the challenges of our community in those newspapers. So when we got wind of this, our attention was now drawn to him, and hence a letter was also issued to him that will give him an award for what he has been doing. And on the award day, when the guy came, he came humbly with a t-shirt and the sneakers. And when we gave the award to him, he only congratulated us that, okay, Preso, well done. And this was how he left. But on the fourth day, to our amaze, we received a call from this barrister inviting us for a meeting at his office in Apapa. It was there he asked concerning the organizations, what are we doing, what are our backgrounds, and where are we heading to. After summarizing all our intentions to him, it was then he asked if the organization is registered. And we said no. And he politely told us that he cannot do anything with us unless we are registered.
Barrister Kingsley's relationship with the business world has really expanded his assisting prowess in grassroots empowerment.
So our new emphasis going forward is, you know what, let's equip young people with technological skills. That's the new thing that is happening in the world today. And I tell people, I say, Bill Gates, who is his father? Who is behind the Microsoft program that runs on almost 70-80% of the computers we use in the world today? Steve Jobs, who set up Apple, who is his father? He didn't even know his father until he was old. His father gave birth to him. He was adopted by some American people. His father came from Syria. He was a Syrian immigrant. He used to work in a restaurant. But at the point where Steve Jobs died, he was one of the richest men in the world. Who is the guy who set up Facebook? Nobody knows who his father is. As a young boy the other day in Britain, 70 years old, he wrote a software that he sold for about $33 million to Yahoo. Who is his father? Nobody knows. But here in Nigeria, you know, you must be the son of one senator, you must know one ballet, you must know one bar to get one job. Technology is a leveler. So if we're able to impact people with technological skills, there is no telling where the future is. All it takes is 1 or 2 or 3 people in the community to wake up.
Counting on the usual promise and fail attitude of the government, the Orile Iganmu Progressive Association took it upon itself to embark on activity log, which is pivoted on the organizing of several skill and knowledgeable acquisition projects, as highlighted by the president of the association.
Promasido Nigeria Limited has been a very strong supporter of OIP activities, ranging from its free computer training institute by identifying with the donations of computer systems to the institutes. Also, at the launching of its community news print in 2009, Promasido Nigeria Limited has been the major pillar behind the success of the organization through the means of putting their advertisements in the next print. Also, they have also assisted the youth within this, our youth arms, with the means of taking them on IT training at their company. They have demonstrated several times by inviting some of our youth on 3 months internship training at Promasido Nigeria Limited. OIP Football Academy. OIP Football Academy is an avenue for the youth within the community to be trained on the art of football making. Coupled with the fact that this same community produced the likes of Obafemi Martins and Chejini. I would believe there is high time we give more opportunities to most of these youths, and the idea to gather them and train them on a weekly basis was promoted in 2010. Cowbell Academy that was launched. It is good to inform us that 16 among our boys were given a slot at the Cowbell Football Academy, who have the opportunity to train at the National Stadium. Also in the year 2012, another achievement was recorded in the history of this organization. This was at the end of the year convocation programs of our free computer training program, where another arms of the organization was launched, known as Iganmu Film Institute. Iganmu Film Institute is an avenue for youth within the community to come and be trained on the art of filmmaking, beat drama, cinematography, editing, and rest of it.
The association, identifying that the task ahead is huge and seemed untenable as funds are limited supply to execute this project, decided to partner with a home-friendly brand, Promasido Nigeria Limited. First set of projects initiated by the organization received its boost as Promasido, the #1 food and beverage conglomerate in Nigeria, adopted the program and since then ensured the smooth running of the institute. They have also exceeded the expectations of Isolo inhabitants, their host communities, as they have extended the organizational support to Orile Iganmu, with which one can tag their contributions as extraordinary corporate social responsibility projects. It is, therefore, a confirmation that Promasido is ready to affect every nook of this country, drawing from its past contribution in so many life-changing programs, as highlighted by the Managing Director, Kit Richard.
Well, you know, you use the word blighted, but it's the environment that is blighted. It is not the people, because people react to their environment in a different way. And I think what attracted me to Orile Iganmu, to OIPA, is the personal integrity and strength of the people in the organisation and how they're trying to develop their community and improve the blighted environment around them. And that's why I commend them and I take inspiration from them.
Can you live in Orile Iganmu?
I think I'd find it very tough. But you know, necessity is something that makes all of us. I guess if it was a matter of life and death and something terrible happened and I was destitute, then I would be fortunate to have somewhere like Orile Iganmu to live. Well, we've always been a very socially responsible organisation. You know, we try to engage with our host communities. So we work with the community here in Isolo, and we've done some things here with the General Hospital, with street lights, with provision of water and security arrangements for the local community. And of course, Orile Iganmu is just 1 or 2 communities away. But we also work with communities throughout the Federation. We try to work with people that have been impacted by disaster. The last floods that impacted a lot of the middle belt and the south-south, we tried to work with them. With problems in Sokoto, last year we worked with them. We're doing a program in Daura at the moment. So we try to engage with the communities that we work with as much as we can.
Chief Kit, who had been honored with more than 2 chieftaincy titles in a solo part of Lagos State, which one of them is the Are Baaladun of Isolo Kingdom. Apart from who he is today, Kit also had a humble background, which he is proud of despite his upbringing in the Queen's own land, London.
But I grew up in London, so I'm a city dweller. In fact, you know, my parents were of modest income, and we lived in, I was born in what in England we call council flats, which is government-owned property. It was only when I was about 7 that my father was rich enough to acquire our own house to live in. So in fact, my father his father died when he was only 7. And they lived in what we would call in Nigeria a face me, face you. My grandmother and her daughter, my father's sister, slept in one room, and my father slept in the kitchen, and that's all they had. And they had a shared toilet out on the stairwell, and they used to go to the public baths. You paid some money and you were given soap, a towel, and you could take your bath.
In all this, many people have benefited from the benevolence of this great association, as they have tremendously affected lives in Orile Iganmu.
I was trained freely, and ever since then, I thank God that I've been able to find myself doing it as a profession, and I decided teaching for free. That's why I'm into free computer training.
My supporters are really doing wonders. I first of all thank members of my community, that is Oipa, that use their good venture to introduce me to St. Saviour. St. Saviour is a school like my own school. I never knew that a school can adopt a school, and I never knew what it meant for a school to adopt another school. So when they first came for the playground in the year 2011, if I'm right, they came to donate a playground to my school, which we were all very happy about. And the playground, even up till now, we are fond of it. The children are fond of it. So they told me that they asked me some of my challenges, which I told them, like marker board, because among what Spain wanted us to do, they said we should first of all change all the new changes, because that is difficult to embrace change. Many people refuse change. That blackboard is going away from the system. And if you are still having blackboard in your system, why not ask your community to help you with marker boards, so that you can even use computers to show on the screen if you have one. I said, okay, that is one of the items I mentioned to St. Saviour, and so many other things. The teachers were sitting on the floor, on children's desks, teaching children, sitting on children's desks. So when I mentioned a few to them, they told me, all right, they will come back. Within a short time, they came back, to my surprise, with big luggages. At that time, they brought marker boards. We are first 4, the first 4 marker boards. They brought a whole lot of instructional material, a lot of them. They even mandated Oipa who are training, who are giving free computer programs to train all the teachers, so that instead of drawing and all those, we should not be wasting our time drawing and doing all that. We should download direct from the internet, which Oipa did too. They trained all the teachers free.
It is, therefore, a clarion call on all individuals, organizations, both public and private alike, government agencies and other stakeholders, to uphold and support tasks such as this, which do not only boost economic situations but also add value to life, curb social vices and benefit humanity.
Ile lorile, orile nile. We do hope you have enjoyed the comedy and tragedy of our community. Thanks for staying with us. Orile Iganmu.
Igamugunu, Igunuko, Igamugunu, Igamule, Orile Igamugunu, Igunuko, Igamugunu, Orile Igamugunu, Igunuko, Igamugunu, Igamule.